And let's get started. Let's lay in Shavasana. I guess it's us today. Let's lay back, laying on the back, feet slightly apart, toes falling open to the sides, hands by the sides of the body with the palms facing up. And let's take a moment to breathe here. Inhaling through the nose, allowing the belly to expand, and exhaling through the nose. The navel falls towards the spine. We take a moment to allow the breath to flow naturally, just observing. And also we begin to take a little bit of distance from whatever it is that we were doing before this class, from any worries, any concerns, any mental chatter. We leave it outside of the room, of the house. Make space for our yoga practice today. As you allow the breath to flow, as the mind calms down, pay attention and see if naturally the inhales and exhales start to become a little longer, a little more calm. And with every exhale, allow yourself to relax a bit more. So we are not holding any tension. We try to relax as much as we can. We'll bring the feet, the legs together. Raise the arms above the head, interlace the fingers, and give ourselves a nice stretch. And exhale, release, bend the knees, roll to the right side on your mat, and using the hands, gently prop yourself up and come to meet me in a seated position. Legs are crossed, spine straight. Hands on your knees or Chin Mudra, your choice. And we continue to breathe naturally here. Make sure you are comfortable in this position. So if the knees are coming a little higher than the pelvis, it's okay to sit on a block or a meditation cushion or a pillow, anything that you have around you, so that your sit bones can really ground on the mat, and so your spine can lift up completely straight. By straight I mean neutral. The neck is in line with the spine. Imagine you are a puppet and you have a thread connected to the crown of your head, and it's lifting you up, pulling you up. And at the same time, the shoulders are relaxed and they fall away from the ears. And we breathe. Take a moment to appreciate the quality of your breath today. Is it shallow? Is it deep? Is it faster or slower? How is my mind today? How is my body today? How is my breath today? And on your next inhale, let's begin to deepen that breath, breathing deeply into the belly as much as we can. And then lifting up into the rib cage, allowing the rib cage to expand, breathing into the lungs. And a little more into the throat, raising the clavicle. And exhale slowly and with control again from the belly, from the lungs, from the throat. Keep breathing deeply. And as we take these deep breaths, note that we are controlling the breath, but not forcing it beyond our capacity. So if you make the inhale or the exhale too long, you may feel like you're choking a little bit. If that's happening, maybe don't make it as long. You can still stay in control without pushing yourself too far. And as you continue to breathe deeply, the inhales and exhales will naturally become a bit longer every time. There is no hurry. There is no need for us to jump into the longest we will ever be able to do overnight. Let's breathe naturally again. And get ready for a couple rounds of Kapalabhati. We will do 2 rounds of 20 pumps each. So let's inhale to prepare. And exhale. Inhale. And begin. Exhale, inhale deeply, exhale deeply, squeeze, squeeze. Take an easy breath in and hold the breath. And as you hold, check with the spine, still lifting up through the crown of the head, shoulders still dropping down. And the legs are relaxed. And slowly and with control, exhale all the air out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, second round, begin. stomach, lungs, and throat. Take an easy breath in, 80% of your lung capacity. Hold the breath. Sitting upright, relaxing the shoulders and the legs. Keep holding. And slowly and with control, exhale all the air out, stomach, lungs and throat. Gently open your eyes, raise the arms up, interlace the fingers, turn the palms up, and let's take a stretch here, pushing the ceiling away. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. And keeping the spine straight, keeping that length, let's fold all the way forward as much as we can. Keep the sit bones on the mat and breathe here. Let's walk the hands towards ourselves and come up to begin with the sun salutation. If your feet went to sleep, give them a good shake. Sometimes my feet go to sleep when I'm sitting in pranayama, and then it's very hard to start the sun salutation. So feel free to give yourself a shake, bring your legs back, and we stand at the top of the mat with the feet either together or parallel to each other underneath the hips, whichever feels more comfortable for your balance. Hands in prayer in front of the heart. And take a moment to breathe here, to connect with your breath again. Tuck the tailbone in, ribcage in, and stand tall through the crown of the head. Once again, like a puppet, as if you're suspended by a thread. Please pulling you up. And on the next inhale, let's lift the arms up, becoming long and gently, maybe add a back bend. And exhale, let's fold all the way forward. Keep the spine straight as long as we can. Hands on the mat next to the feet. Right foot back, knee on the mat, look in front of you. Step back, plank, holding the breath. Exhale, knees, chest and forehead or chin down. Inhale, cobra, open the heart. Doesn't need to be a very high cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, between the hands, left knee on the mat and smile. Left foot forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, find your prayer. Inhale, arms up, gently arch. Exhale, fold. Hands on the mat, bend the knees if necessary. Left foot back, knee on the mat, look in front. Hold the breath, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and forehead or chin down, elbows close to the body with control. Inhale, project the chest forward. Drop the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades towards the spine, elbows close to the body. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, right, fold here. Inhale, up. Exhale, prayer. Inhale, up. exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot back, knee on the mat. Give me a nice smile. Happy sun saluters. Plank. Knees, chest and chin down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Inhale, up. Exhale, prayer. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Hold plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Fold. Inhale, up. Exhale, prayer. Take a moment to catch your breath. And let's lay on our backs to do a few leg raises. Always a lot of fun, the leg raises. Laying on the back. And let's bring the hands underneath our hips. So you're technically sitting on the hands. If you're feeling super strong, you can place the hands by the sides of the body. But if placing the hands by the sides of the body means that you're going to be arching your back, struggling, or tensing your neck to lift the legs, that's too much. There's no shame in placing the hands underneath the hips for a little bit of extra support. Flex the feet, and we'll start with the right leg. Let's lift the right leg on 1, 2, knees straight, 3, for continuous movement, and down, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't need to touch the mat. Let's go up, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Up, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. Up, 2, 3, 4. Flex the feet, 2, 3, 4. Up, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, 4. And change sides. Left leg up, 2, 3, 4. Flex the foot, down, 2, 3, 4. Knees straight up, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, 4. Up, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, 4. Up, push through the heel, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, 4. Last one. Up, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, 4. Both legs up, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, 4. Flex the feet, up, 2, 3, 4. Down, knees straight, 3, 4. Up, 2, 3. Use the belly, 4. Down, 2. No momentum, 4. 2 more. Up, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, 4. Last one. Up, 2, 3, 4. Stay. Breathe and make any adjustments if you need to. Maybe flex your feet again if they were not flexed. If the knees are not straight, maybe see if you can straighten them, and maybe that means the legs come a little lower in front of you, and that's fine. Stay strong, pressing through the heels. And I want to go down very slowly, so we will go down on a count of 10. Let's begin on 10, slowly coming down. 9, 8, 7, with control. 6, push through the heels. 5, don't lose the knees. 4, 3, strong. 2, 1, 0.5, 0.25, release. Shavasana. You can separate the legs a little bit, allow the toes to fall open again, hands by the sides of the body, facing up. And we take a few breaths here to recover. And we can check with the breath. Has your breath changed? Is it a little shallower now? If it is, we allow it to go back to normal. And we will prepare for shoulder stand. We will do both shoulder stand and plow pose. So Sarvangasana and Halasana. Make sure that you have space overhead for your feet. If you don't have space, you can move a little lower on your mat. Hands are by the sides of the body with the palms facing down. The legs will come together. And on your own time, let's move into Sarvangasana. We lift both legs. And we can use a little momentum if needed to lift the hips off the mat, support the back. If this is enough for you today, you stay here. You can even keep your back on the mat and just lift the legs if that's enough. Or you can start to walk the hands lower towards the shoulder blades and seek to find a straight line towards the ceiling. Now breathe in your shoulder stand. Olga, bring your elbows a little closer towards each other. Yes, very nice, Gabi. See, Gabi, if you can bring your hands a little lower towards your shoulder blades. A little lower. Walk the hands a little lower. Yes, and readjust. Point the feet up towards the ceiling as much as you can. Beautiful. Very nice. Breathe. So when we are in the shoulder stand, we look up at the feet or we close the eyes, but we don't turn our neck to the sides. Okay? It's not the safest to turn the neck when we are in this pose, so just stay where you are and breathe. And from here, we will slowly move into Halasana, plow pose, or as close as we can. So from your shoulder stand, let's begin to bring both feet together down towards the floor above your head. Now, if your feet don't touch the floor and you are a little bit unstable, you can try to separate the legs and lower a little bit more. Sometimes separating the legs is enough for the feet to touch the floor. And even if separating the legs is not enough, you can use a chair, a bolster. You can use anything else that you can elevate your feet on. Gabi, just a little bit more. Separate the legs a little bit more, Gabi. Yes, a little lower. Yes, yes. Lifting the hips, beautiful. Did you touch? It's so close. So wherever you are in your Halasana, keep lifting the hips above towards the ceiling. Don't allow your hips to collapse. Don't allow your back to curl too much. So we want to create space between our face and the legs. lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. You can keep the hands on the back as you guys are doing, or you can interlace the fingers, straighten the elbows, and use the resistance of the mat to continue lifting the hips. Go, Gabby. Maybe you need the block a little farther. A little farther, a little farther. Push it. Beautiful. Yes? You touch the floor. Breathe here. We'll take just a couple more breaths. Focus on lifting up through the hips. Not so much about the legs. Just lift the hips away from your face. Beautiful. One more breath. And now let's see on the next inhale if you can lift back up into shoulder stand with both legs together at the same time. So a little trick. Push the hips back a little bit. Keep the feet together and push the hips back. Yes, yes, yes. Go, Gabby. Lift, lift, lift with control. Beautiful. Let's take a couple breaths in the shoulder stand. And if you want, you can play a little bit and lift the right arm alongside the body. Or change. Or lift both. Let's play with it for a moment. And it's okay if we roll down. It's fine. Good job, Olga. Now lift the feet a little stronger. Lifting towards the ceiling, lifting up. Beautiful. And we will come out. So lower the feet slightly above your head. Lower the feet above your head first, then release the hands on the mat. And slowly roll down one vertebra at a time. And release into a nice Shavasana. We'll take a couple breaths here. From here, we will transition directly into boat pose, Navasana. We'll bring the legs together in front of you. And lift the arms overhead. Interlace the fingers. Give yourself a nice stretch. We'll skip the bridge today. Stretch, stretch. And as we exhale, lift the legs and the torso up into your boat pose. Lifting up. Yes. Good job. Try to keep the chest open. Collarbone wide. If leg straight is too much, you can always bend the shins and stay here. This is okay. Let's take 5 breaths. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale and release. Give your legs a hug. Drop your forehead on the legs. Preparing for Paschimottanasana, the forward fold. Extend the legs, sitting right as you are. And make sure the sit bones are on the mat, so remove any flesh if necessary, or sit on a block or folded blanket if necessary as well. Legs are straight, feet are flexed, toes point up. Lift the arms up, inhale and elongate that spine like you want to go and touch the ceiling. As long as we can get. And exhale, keep that length, and let's hinge forward from the hips as much as we can. Yes. Yes, and we can grab the feet if we reach. Beautiful. Or the legs. I think, yes, you can catch the feet, Gabby. Yes, and now look at your feet. Yes. And now imagine that I have a rope tied around your chest and I'm pulling you. I'm pulling you forward. So your shoulder blades squeeze back and your heart pushes forward, like you want to become long. Do you feel it more in the legs now? Yes? So you want to become long. You can look at the feet or you can look in front of you at the wall. And imagine almost that you're pushing back through your sit bones. So it's two opposite forces. Your sit bones are pushing back. Your heart and head are pushing forward. So we're creating opposite movement here. Inhale, coming up. Hands by the sides of the body, about a forearm distance behind. And the fingers face back. Legs are still together. Pressing on the hands. Let's lift the hips up first. Lift, keep lifting as much as we can. Point the feet. See if we can put the feet on the mat. Keep lifting as high as we can. Squeeze with the shoulder blades and drop the head back. Beautiful. If this is too much, you can bend the knees into a reverse tabletop. That's fine as well. Breathe here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly release. Good job. Beautiful. Let's take Gomukhasana. So we come to sit on our heels, kneeling. And if we need a strap or a towel or something, maybe have it next to you. We will be clasping our hands behind our body. So sometimes we need it for only one side, sometimes we need it for both sides. If necessary, grab your props. And we'll bring the left hand behind the back of the hand against the spine, and maybe use the other arm to really get in there. Lift the right arm up, bend the elbow, and clasp your fingers. Again, if we can catch the fingers, we can use a strap. Check with your spine and keep it neutral. It's very easy here to kind of overarch the spine. So maybe bring your belly in, the ribcage in, and keep the chin parallel to the floor. Sometimes we also kind of move the head to the side. You can even bring the right arm behind the head if available to you, and you can push it back with your head. You can also close your eyes if you like. And breathe. And release. Let's change sides. We'll take the left hand behind the back. I mean the right hand behind the back. And use the left arm if necessary to get in there. Left arm up. Bend and clasp. And pay attention to check if there's any difference. Maybe you feel a difference in your shoulders, maybe in the clasp, in the hands. And breathe. Same thing, the chin stays parallel to the floor. Release the arms, and if necessary, maybe give your shoulders a few rolls back and forth, whatever feels good to release. And we'll come to lay on our belly to perform a couple of back bends. So we will lay here for a moment, maybe make a pillow, rest your forehead on your hands, and take a few breaths here as we prepare. And we're going to start with the baby cobra. So the legs will be about hip width apart. And let's bring our hands next to our chest, fingers spread wide apart, elbows close to the body, just as if we were going to perform a regular cobra. Forehead on the mat, maybe scoop up your ribs a little bit. Sometimes it helps to bring them up. And with the forehead in the mat, on the inhale, we're going to lift the head, peel the chest off the mat, engage the legs and the glutes, and lift the hands. And breathe wherever you are. So there's no weight on the hands. You can choose to keep the hands on the mat, but they should be bearing no weight. And breathe. Look in front of you. You don't have to go very high. Just feel that engagement in the back. And slowly release. We'll take one more baby cobra. Engaging the legs, the glutes. Lift the head, peel the chest off the mat, and lift the hands. Breathe. And smile, please. And release. Stay here. Let the breath return. If necessary for your cobra, you can separate the feet just a bit more. And this time we'll lift as much as we can. And again, as much as we can doesn't mean we have to push our body. It means we listen to our body and we go where it wants to go. So on the inhale, we'll lift the head, peel the chest off the mat, and maybe check here. Bring the elbows close to the body if they're beginning to splay. Elbows close to the body. And maybe keep lifting a little more. Keep the pelvis on the mat. Keep the shoulder blades squeezing towards the spine. And drop the shoulders away from the ears. You are leading with the heart. So your heart is being put forward. Check with the shoulders, very easy to hunch, open, open. Elbows close to the body. If the elbows open to the sides, bring them in. And you should be feeling it in your arms. And slowly come down, make a pillow, take a breath here. We'll take also a bow pose, Dhanurasana. Bend the knees. And let's catch the ankle joint. So the actual ankle joint, not the foot, the ankles. Let's catch both ankles and bring the forehead on the mat. And whenever we feel ready, on an inhale, lift your head. Once again, maybe gently peel the chest off the mat. No need to rush into the pose. Lift the knees off the mat. And then push away with the feet. Let the shoulders go. Beautiful. Now once you're there, if you want, you can explore the idea of lifting the knees a little higher and see what happens. Breathe. And slowly release. Let the legs come down. Let the feet go. Hands on the mat. Bend the knees. Keep the nose close to the mat. Slide back into a child pose. Let's maybe keep the knees together and rest your belly on your thighs, forehead on the mat. And the hands can be either extended in front of you or by the sides of your body. It's your choice. See what feels better when the idea is to release the lower back and the middle back from the bend that we just performed. Use the breath. So see also as you breathe with the inhale, your belly kind of gently presses against the thighs. See if you can expand the breath into your lower back. So we're taking the breath anywhere that needs a little bit of release. Inhale, rolling up. And let's take Ardha Matsyendrasana, the spinal twist. We come to sit on the left side of our body. Right foot to the outside of the left knee. Right hand, same hand as the knee that is up behind your back. Left arm up. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, twist to the right. And you can just hug the knee to the chest and look back, or hook that elbow outside of the leg. You can also grab the ankle if that's available to you, or you can bind by passing your left hand underneath the right leg and holding your hands behind your body. Nice. If you're binding, use the left hand to pull the right hand back. Drop the right shoulder. Keep looking back. Breathe. And release. Come back to center. We will take the other side. So right leg down, left foot outside of the right knee, left hand behind the body, right one up. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, whichever variation you were doing on the other side, you can do the same one. So either just hug the knee, lock the elbow, grab the ankle, or bind. Olga, for the bind, your foot goes in from inside your knee. So like, look at this. So not from here, from here. Yes, yes. Now your hand goes in. Yes, 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 catch. Yes, and now you use that right hand to gently, gently pull the left one so you can drop the left shoulder and look back. Beautiful. Breathe. And release to center. we don't have a lot of time, so we'll just do a rabbit pose and go into Shavasana. So rabbit is a mild inversion. Of course, if you want to do your headstand, if you have been practicing your headstand at home or you want to do it with a wall, you can take your headstand. Otherwise, you can take rabbit. We come onto our knees. Knees are hip width apart. And we are going to bring our buttocks to our heels. Sit there for a moment and drop the crown of the head in front of us. Now holding the feet, lift your bottom of the legs and stay here. Keep holding the feet. You should be feeling a stretch maybe in the shoulders, the back body, releasing the spine again, and also a little bit of pressure on the crown. So we're performing just a mild inversion and back stretch. Keep holding on to the heels and lifting up away from the legs. And slowly release. And prepare for your Shavasana. If you need an extra stretch anywhere in the body, any part of your body that you need to move, do that now. Feel free to give yourself a stretch. Otherwise, just gently come to find your Shavasana. And rest here. Make any necessary adjustments. Check with your chest that it's not getting close, so you can lift your chest a couple centimeters off the mat and draw the shoulder blades in, and then lay again and see the difference when your chest is open. It may be even easier to breathe. Now if we were controlling the breath, we allow the breath to flow naturally again. And sometimes a byproduct of controlling the breath is a little bit of tension in the jaw, in the face. So check with your face. You know, something that I like to do that doesn't look very nice on camera is simply just opening and closing my mouth, like opening it as much as I can and then closing just to release the jaw, because a lot of tension is accumulated in the jaw. Just open and close. Don't worry, nobody's watching. And relax the eyes, almost as if you let the eyes fall back in their sockets. And relax the tongue. Relax your forehead. How much tension are you holding in your face? With every exhale, allow yourself to fall a little deeper into that state of relaxation. Allow your body to melt on the mat. Slowly begin to bring awareness back inside your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring the feet together, raise the arms above the head, interlace your fingers and give yourself a nice good morning stretch. Exhale, release. Roll to the right side on your mat. And you can stay here for a moment. Or if you feel ready, just using the hands, gently prop yourself up. Again into a seated position, legs are crossed, spine straight, hands on your knees or Chimudra, your choice. Once again, lift in through the crown of the head, check in with the breath, maybe looking inside, observing the mind and any changes. So this is the position where we started at the beginning of the class, when we were observing the breath. See if anything has changed, if there's any new space that we have built in the mind. And we'll close with the chant of Om 3 times. Inhale. Slowly open your eyes. Bring the hands to heart. Thank you. Thank you so much for practicing with me, for coming every Friday. I hope you will have a nice rest of your day, a beautiful weekend, and I'll talk to you guys later.